How can you behave this way? You've broken your promise and are marrying someone else, but now you want his first daughter to be your consort? You're literally insulting them.
It was Lucas Carter, the crown prince. He ordered his men to escort Prince Peter back to his estate. He then returned with us to our house. When I was in my room getting dressed, I removed the leafy cover from my forehead, revealing the birthmark that had been hidden. On the night of his coronation, he cut the flesh from my forehead. The high prophet once prophesied that the Lord Chancellor would have a daughter capable of foreseeing the future. I was born with a lotus flower on my forehead, while my younger sister liked to draw flowers there. A royal decree betrothed my sister as the crown prince's bride, while I, according to my own wish, married Prince Peter. For the next 5 years, I used my power of foresight to help Peter Carter ascend to the throne. On the night of his coronation, I wiped away my makeup and told Peter about the lotus flower on my forehead.
Bella Jones, how dare you imitate Karen?
Was I reborn? When I opened my eyes again, I realized I had been reborn to the day I was to choose my husband.
How can a mere flower decide that Karen is the chosen woman? I'd like to use the blank royal writ your majesty bestowed years ago to marry the Lord Chancellor's base-born daughter, Karen Jones.
That royal writ was a reward from many years ago, granted after Peter Carter's mother died saving the king. I never expected he would use it here. In my previous life, even with my help, he relied on that writ to ascend the throne legitimately. I never imagined he would go this far for Karen. The queen was delighted he used it early, sparing future trouble.
Bella Jones, what do you think?
That His Highness favors my sister is an absolute honor to our family. Peter looked at me, and his gaze seemed really complicated. And it was resolute, too.
This has nothing to do with coveting Lucas' position as crown prince. It is simply that Karen and I are deeply in love. She is only a second daughter and cannot bear such an exalted fate. My queen, please grant us your blessing.
But the entire capital knows the one you grew up with was Bella. And now I
regarded her as a younger sister. I didn't know people would misunderstand us.
Younger sister, huh? Crown Prince Lucas was surrounded by a powerful royal aura, the so-called aura of a true king. Without my support, Peter would never be able to beat Lucas. Since he had staked everything on my base-born sister, I'd just grant his wish. Just as I exited the hall, Peter's attendant stopped me.
Lady Bella, please wait. Prince Peter requests your presence.
I was led to a corner tower where there was nothing else but tea. I didn't know what I could do, so I drank the tea, one cup after another, before Peter showed up. By the time my bladder was about to burst, Peter finally arrived, his face icy.
When Karen begged you for help back then, this was how you treated her. Does it feel good?
In the previous life, the army can't be delayed, so I stopped her. He won a great victory, and harbored resent against me for it.
I know you've come back to live this life again too, Bella. Even if you're prickly and jealous. We were married once, after all. I can still give you a way out of this. If you still care about me, after I marry Karen, I can make a place for you right by my side.
We should just take separate paths. Do you understand? If vengeance is to be sought, it should be me coming after you, not the other way around. Since you're betrothed, the more distance we keep, the better. I will request to go to the Abbey of Mercy to pray for a year, just to avoid you. Peter Carter did not look pleased by my good sense. His expression darkened further. I stepped past him to leave, but he grabbed me.
My killing you was an overreaction. But if you hadn't imitated Karen by painting a flower on your forehead, how would I have lost it? As long as you behave yourself this time, I can keep you alive. We once shared tender moments, remember? If you don't fight for any higher position, just be an obedient consort.
I said separate paths. I will never be a consort. No sooner had I returned to the estate than the royal decree arrived.
Well, hurry and receive the decree. Hurry up!
Yes.
Lord Chancellor Ted, it's not for her. It's for your second daughter, the base-born one.
The royal decree, already eye-catching, as it made its way from the palace gate, was further amplified by Peter's influence. In one night, our family became the center of attention. For years, it had been me, the true-born daughter of Lord Chancellor Ted, seen accompanying Peter, yet the one getting married to him was the second daughter.
Could it be that Bella had been the one chasing Prince Peter all along? How could the virtual Lord Chancellor have such a daughter?
His first daughter acts like a courtesan. No wonder she couldn't win the favor of Prince Peter.
The next morning, Peter arrived early, bringing 10 carriages of extravagant gifts to our estate. This further confirmed his affection for Karen. My father, his face full of worry, looked at me as I practiced calligraphy.
Bella, though I don't know what's happened between you and the prince, public opinion is now turning against you. Would you like to leave the capital to avoid the storm? To clear your mind?
I put down the brush in my hand and said, I'd thought about retreating to the Abbey of Mercy, but there's no escaping this now.
It's my fault. I should never have brought Karen back.
Before he could finish, Karen pushed the door open and entered.
When I was a child, you favored her and sent me to live with relatives at the border. And now Prince Peter is coming for me. Do you want to take this away from me too? I'll show you that even though I'm not as noble as Bella, I'm the daughter you should be proud of.
She stormed off in a huff, and my father, afraid of something bad happening, sent guards to follow her. I tried to calm Father down. Father, there's something more important that needs your attention. There's going to be a major earthquake in the western region. You should prepare early. Father froze for a moment.
I'll go to the palace now.
Prince Peter will prepare for this. You should just focus on the follow-up work. Father was uncertain, but chose to trust me. If Peter wanted to seize the throne, he wouldn't miss such a good opportunity to win the people over. But I didn't expect that he would let Karen have the credit. Soon, rumors spread that Karen could predict the future, and was the true chosen woman. The High Prophet's prophecy was brought up again, and with the wedding date approaching, she truly had the spotlight.
Bella Jones? She really doesn't deserve the title of the noblest girl in the capital. Totally. She's indeed very beautiful, graceful, and talented. However, her incredible sister has now completely outshined her.
At that time, Karen cornered me in the study and stopped me from writing.
Bella, I'm going to be the queen this time. So what if you're the true chosen woman? Since I have the memories, I can predict things too.
I smiled and looked at her. You think Peter was the reason why I became the queen? You've got things backwards.
You're really full of yourself!
I grabbed her hand and threw it off. But just then, Peter walked in and saw what had happened. He immediately shielded Karen in his arms.
Bella! How dare you hurt her?
I grabbed her hand and threw it off. But just then, Peter walked in and saw what had happened, pulled Karen into his arms and looked at her with concern. I watched as he gently comforted Karen, but turned around to lash out at me.
Bella, weren't you called the noblest girl in the capital? Now you're clearly a jealous and vicious woman.
But just last month, during our boat ride, he had whispered sweet words beside me.
Bella, you're so graceful and peerless. I want to hide you away so only I can have you.
Seeing my eyes redden, Peter didn't want Karen to be scared, so he immediately ordered for her to be taken away.
It was because you couldn't accept Karen that caused our rift in the previous life. Why do you have to make the same mistake now?
Why should I accept her? You know full well her background. Her existence is a disgrace to our family. We've only kept her because my father couldn't bring himself to cast her out.
Karen's father had been nothing but a thug. He had assaulted my mother, resulting in Karen's birth. My mother had passed away in sorrow because of that. But my father, recalling that she was still my mother's blood, couldn't bear to expel her, let alone kill her. Suddenly, Peter furiously grabbed my throat and whispered angrily,
She was just a child! Totally innocent! If you don't keep this to yourself, I have 1,000 ways to make you unable to speak.
My breathing became labored, and Peter finally released his grip.
Guards, Bella wishes to go to the Abbey of Mercy for a month to pray for her sister Karen. Take her there.
The common people along the streets weren't fools. They began to speculate on what had really happened. I was kept under house arrest in the Abbey, unaware of the rumors spreading outside. Meanwhile, Karen spread the word that I was jealous of her and tried to harm her, only to be caught by Peter. The people started praising her for predicting the earthquake and saving many citizens. The day I left the Abbey and returned home, a crowd was waiting outside the gates. They threw rotten vegetables and eggs at me. Just then, someone appeared in front of me and pushed the crowd back.
Stop it! She's here only because she wanted to pray for her sister, my future bride. These rumors are truly unfounded.
I looked at the tall figure in front of me, and my nose tingled with emotion. In the previous life, when we fought together on the battlefield, he would always shield me like this. But things had changed. Yet, as he protected me while I got into the carriage and sent me back home, it seemed like nothing had changed.
The reason I'm defending you today is not for any other reason. I just thought it was wrong to forcibly send you to the Abbey back then.
I lowered my head, sniffing. I understand. Father rushed back from the outskirts of the city. Father hugged me tightly and looked back at Peter.
Our estate is too small to accommodate you. After your wedding next month, please don't come to us again.
Father rushed back from the outskirts of the city. Father hugged me tightly and looked back at Peter.
Our estate is too small to accommodate you. After your wedding next month, please don't come to us again.
After the wedding, I will come to discuss with you about making Bella my consort.
Father's face turned red with anger, and he picked up a broom to hit him.
How can you behave this way? The Lord Chancellor has served the king and people loyally for his whole life. You've broken your promise and are marrying someone else, but now you want his first daughter to be your consort? You're literally insulting them.
It was Lucas Carter, the crown prince. He ordered his men to escort Prince Peter back to his estate. He then returned with us to our house. When I was in my room getting dressed, I removed the leafy cover from my forehead, revealing the birthmark that had been hidden